For years, whispers and speculation have surrounded the life of Whitney Houston, the music legend whose voice captivated the world. Now, in a surprising turn of events, Whitney's mother, Cissy Houston, has spoken out about a long-standing rumor that could rewrite the narrative entirely. Was Whitney not who we thought she was? At the age of 90, Cissy Houston is ready to shed light on a secret that could change everything we know about the iconic singer. But before we unravel this secret, let's dive into the early life of Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston began her singing in church as a child and became a background vocalist while in high school.
Early life. Whitney Elizabeth Houston, born on August 9, 1963, in Newark, New Jersey, emerged as one of the most iconic voices in contemporary music history. Her parents, Emily Cissy Houston, nee Drinkard, and John Russell Houston Jr., played significant roles in her upbringing and musical heritage. Cissy Houston, Whitney's mother, was a prominent figure in gospel and soul music. She gained renown as a Grammy-winning singer with the Drinkard Singers and later founded the Sweet Inspirations, an acclaimed vocal group that collaborated with various artists, including Aretha Franklin. Cissy eventually pursued a successful solo career, solidifying her legacy in the music industry. John Russell Houston Jr., Whitney's father, had a diverse professional background. Initially serving in the military, he later transitioned into public service as an administrator under the Newark mayor. His influence on Whitney was notable, affectionately bestowing upon her the nickname Nippy. Whitney Houston's ancestry reflects her African American heritage, rooted deeply in the musical traditions and cultural legacies of the Black community. Though specifics about her ancestry have been debated, it's been suggested that Whitney may have had partial Dutch and Native American ancestry through her mother's lineage, adding layers to her diverse cultural background. From a young age, Whitney Houston showed exceptional talent and a passion for music. Growing up in a family deeply immersed in the music scene provided her with invaluable exposure and support. Cissy Houston's guidance and influence as a mother and musical mentor played a pivotal role in shaping Whitney's early career and vocal development. Houston was raised in the Baptist faith by her parents and joined the church choir of the New Hope Baptist Church in Newark at the young age of 5, where she also learned to play the piano. This early immersion in a musical and religious environment deeply influenced her future career. The church setting provided not only a spiritual foundation, but also a platform to hone her singing and piano playing skills. Her professional journey started after she placed second in a statewide talent showcase in 1977. This achievement led to further opportunities, including joining her mother's band as a backing singer. Her mother, Cissy Houston, was an accomplished performer on the New York City Cabaret Club circuit, and Whitney's role in the band provided her with significant exposure to the professional music scene. Performing alongside her mother allowed Whitney to learn the intricacies of live performance in the music industry, setting the stage for her future success. On February 18, 1978, 14-year-old Whitney Houston made her non-church performance debut at Manhattan's Town Hall. She sang the Broadway standard Tomorrow from the musical Annie, and her performance was met with great acclaim, earning her a standing ovation. This moment was pivotal, as it marked her transition from a church performer to a broader audience. The positive reception she received further validated her talent and potential as a performer. That same year, Whitney began a career as a session singer, a role that involved providing background vocals for other artists.
Houston notably became the first solo female artist to achieve 3 #1 hits from a debut album, a milestone in music history.
Musical career. Initially, she worked with her mother and producer Michael Zager, who recognized her talent and assigned her to back up various established artists. Among these were notable names such as Lou Rawls and Chaka Khan. This experience as a session singer was invaluable, as it exposed her to different musical styles and professional recording environments. Working with renowned artists also helped her build a network within the music industry and refine her vocal abilities. In the late winter of 1983, The music industry was on the brink of a transformative era, with emerging artists poised to redefine pop, R&B, and soul. One pivotal moment in this transformation occurred when Jerry Griffith, an A&R representative for Arista Records, discovered a young Whitney Houston performing with her mother, Cissy Houston, at the 7th Avenue South nightclub in Manhattan. This event set in motion a series of events that would lead to the rise of one of the most iconic voices in music history. Jerry Griffith was no stranger to talent scouting. As an artist and repertoire representative, his job was to discover and nurture new talent for the record label. When he saw Whitney Houston perform, he was immediately struck by her exceptional vocal prowess and stage presence. At the time, Whitney was only 19 years old, but her performance abilities were far beyond her years, a testament to her early start in music under the guidance of her mother, who was a renowned gospel singer and former backing vocalist for artists like Aretha Franklin. Impressed by Whitney's performance, Griffith knew he had found something extraordinary. He approached Clive Davis, the legendary head of Arista Records, with his discovery. Davis, known for his keen ear for talent and his role in shaping the careers of several prominent artists, was intrigued. Griffith convinced Davis to see Houston perform at another nightclub, Sweetwater's, the following week. Davis attended the performance at Sweetwater's and was equally captivated by Houston's talent. Her voice, characterized by its range, power, and emotive quality, left an indelible impression on him. Recognizing her potential, Davis immediately offered Houston a worldwide record deal. This was a significant moment, as securing a contract with a major label like Arista was a critical step toward achieving mainstream success. After some negotiations and careful consideration, Whitney Houston signed the record deal with Arista Records on April 10, 1983. This marked the beginning of a journey that would eventually lead her to become one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Clive Davis took on the role of her mentor, guiding her through the complexities of the music industry and helping her select songs that would highlight her vocal strengths. Following the signing, Houston embarked on the lengthy process of recording her debut album. This process took nearly 2 years, during which she worked with a variety of producers and songwriters. Among them were established names like Michael Masser, Jermaine Jackson, and Narada Michael Walden. Each brought a unique style and expertise to the project, ensuring that the album would be both diverse and cohesive. The recording sessions were intensive, as Davis and Houston were determined to produce a high-quality album that would showcase her vocal versatility. They selected songs that ranged from upbeat pop tracks to soulful ballads, each designed to highlight different aspects of her voice. Some of the notable tracks included Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, and Greatest Love of All, each of which would go on to become hits. Whitney Houston was released on Valentine's Day, February 14, 1985. The timing of the release was symbolic, coinciding with a day known for expressions of love and affection, perhaps a nod to the emotive power of Houston's music. The album received widespread critical acclaim and commercial success. It peaked at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart and produced several hit singles. The success of the album was a testament to Houston's talent and the careful curation of her music by Clive Davis. Songs like Saving All My Love for You and How Will I Know became anthems, with Houston's powerful voice and emotive delivery resonating with audiences worldwide. Her performance style, characterized by her dynamic range and ability to convey deep emotion, set her apart from other artists of the time. Whitney Houston's debut album demonstrated remarkable staying power on the Billboard 200 chart. It spent over 3 years on this prestigious chart, which tracks the top-selling albums in the United States. This level of endurance is a testament to the album's widespread and sustained appeal among listeners. Despite being released in early 1985, the album's popularity grew steadily, culminating in its ascent to the number 1 position on the Billboard 200 in March 1986. This peak was achieved over a year after its initial release, highlighting the album's growing influence and the effective marketing and promotion strategies employed. The album remained at the top spot for an impressive 14 weeks, underscoring its dominance in the music scene during that period. The success of Whitney Houston's debut was not confined to the United States. The album achieved either the #1 position or landed in the top 5 in more than 10 other countries, illustrating its global appeal. This international success helped to establish Houston as a worldwide music sensation. In the United States, the album was certified Diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America, recognizing sales of 14 million copies. This certification places the album among the best-selling albums in the country, marking a significant achievement in Houston's career. The album's influence and popularity extended far beyond the United States. It has reportedly sold 25 million copies worldwide, a figure that reflects its extensive global reach and the universal appeal of Houston's music. This worldwide sales milestone reinforces the album's status as a major commercial triumph. Rolling Stone magazine, a leading voice in music journalism, lauded Whitney Houston as one of the most exciting new voices in years. This endorsement from a reputable publication emphasized the impact of her vocal talent and the promise she showed as a new artist in the industry. The New York Times also offered high praise for the album, describing it as an impressive, musically conservative showcase for an exceptional vocal talent. This review highlighted the album's role in effectively presenting Houston's vocal abilities while maintaining a musically restrained approach that allowed her talent to shine. The album's critical success translated into recognition at the Grammy Awards. It received 4 nominations, including 3 at the 1986 ceremony. Among these nominations was the prestigious Album of the Year category, underscoring the album's overall excellence and impact. Asterisk, Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, asterisk. Whitney Houston won the Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for the song Saving All My Love for You. This award was a significant acknowledgement of her vocal talent and the emotional depth she brought to her performances. The win further solidified her reputation as a leading artist in the music industry. Whitney Houston's career, while marked by tremendous success, was also beset by numerous challenges. A significant and often underrepresented aspect of her personal life involves her deep and influential relationship with Bobby.
My mom was real. Let me just tell you like that. My mom was real. She was coming from the heart. If you can't respect that, then you shouldn't have been here.
Personal relationship. Whitney Houston met R&B singer Bobby Brown at the 1989 Soul Train Music Awards. Their meeting marked the beginning of a significant chapter in both of their lives. After a 3-year courtship, characterized by the highs and lows typical of 2 prominent figures in the music industry, they married on July 18, 1992. This union brought together 2 powerhouse talents from the music world who occasionally collaborated professionally. Their joint efforts produced the hit record Something in Common, showcasing their chemistry both on and off the stage. However, their marriage was marred by numerous challenges, primarily stemming from Brown's legal troubles. Brown faced multiple arrests for offenses including drunken driving, drug possession, and battery, which led to several stints in jail. These incidents cast a long shadow over their personal and professional lives, bringing unwanted media scrutiny and public judgment. On March 4, 1993, Houston and Brown welcomed their daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, into the world. Bobby Christina was their only child and became a central figure in their lives. Despite the joy of her birth, the couple faced further difficulties. In a candid 1993 interview with Barbara Walters, Houston revealed she had suffered a miscarriage during the filming of her iconic movie, The Bodyguard. This tragic loss was a private sorrow amidst her public success. Throughout their marriage, Houston and Brown expressed a desire to expand their family, but they encountered several heartbreaking obstacles. Houston endured multiple miscarriages, including one in July 1994 and another in December 1996. These repeated losses took a toll on Houston, both emotionally and physically, adding to the strain within their relationship. Despite their efforts to maintain a united front, the combination of personal tragedies, Brown's legal issues, and the pressures of their public lives created a tumultuous environment. The complexities of their marriage were often highlighted in the media, painting a picture of a relationship fraught with difficulties. Yet, amidst these challenges, their bond persisted for many years, underlined by their shared experiences and the love they had for their daughter, Bobby Christina. In December 2003, Bobby Brown was charged with battery after an altercation during which he threatened and subsequently assaulted his then-wife, Whitney Houston. This incident was particularly disturbing as police reports indicated that Houston had visible injuries to her face. The public nature of the couple's relationship, already under scrutiny due to their high-profile status, drew significant media attention to the incident. Brown's behavior and the resulting charges underscored the tumultuous and often troubled dynamics within their marriage. 3 years later, in September 2006, Whitney Houston took a decisive step towards ending her tumultuous marriage with Brown by filing for legal separation. This move came a year after the reality TV show Being Bobby Brown had aired, which had provided a raw and often unflattering look at their personal lives, further exposing the strains in their relationship. The decision to separate marked the beginning of the end of their marriage, reflecting Houston's desire to distance herself from the chaos that had characterized their union. In October 2006, just a month after filing for legal separation, Houston filed for divorce. The proceedings moved relatively swiftly, and the divorce was granted on April 24, 2007. Throughout the divorce process, Houston made it clear that one of her primary motivations was the well-being of their teenage daughter. She openly admitted that Brown was unreliable in supporting their daughter, highlighting a significant factor in her decision to end the marriage. This admission pointed to a broader pattern of instability and unreliability on Brown's part, which had likely contributed to the deterioration of their relationship over the years. The dissolution of their marriage was a critical juncture for Houston, allowing her to focus on her recovery and the care of her daughter. The end of her marriage to Brown was also a significant public event, given their status as celebrities and the intense media scrutiny that had surrounded their relationship. Despite the challenges and public interest in their personal lives, Houston's decision to divorce Brown represented a step towards reclaiming her independence and stability after years of tumult. In the years leading up to her divorce, the relationship between Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown had a significant negative impact on Houston's career.
I didn't get into really heavy drugs until I met Whitney.
Career issues. Whitney Houston was widely perceived as a good girl, with an immaculate image throughout the 1980s and into the early 1990s. She was celebrated not only for her extraordinary vocal talent, but also for her poise, grace, and seemingly perfect personal life. This pristine image made her a beloved figure in the music industry and among her fans worldwide. However, by the year 2000, noticeable changes in Houston's behavior began to emerge. These changes were marked by a series of unprofessional actions that were starkly different from her earlier career. She was frequently late for interviews, photo shoots, and rehearsals, often by several hours, which was highly uncharacteristic for her. These delays disrupted schedules and strained her professional relationships. Furthermore, Houston started canceling concerts and talk show appearances with increasing regularity. Such cancellations were a significant departure from her previous reliability and dedication to her work. Reports of erratic behavior began to surface, painting a troubling picture of Houston's personal and professional life. Instances of missed performances became more common, and her noticeable weight loss fueled rampant speculation and concern among her fans and the media. These changes led to widespread rumors that Houston was using drugs, a suspicion that was compounded by her association with Bobby Brown, her husband. Bobby Brown, known for his own tumultuous personal life and struggles with substance abuse, was often viewed as a negative influence on Houston. The media and public perception increasingly blamed him for her downward spiral. Their relationship, which was marred by allegations of domestic abuse and drug use, was heavily scrutinized. Many believed that Brown's presence in Houston's life contributed to her deteriorating behavior and health. The rumors and reports of drug use with her husband became more frequent and detailed, further tarnishing Houston's once spotless image. The contrast between her earlier persona and the person she was becoming was stark and heartbreaking for her fans. Her once celebrated career was now overshadowed by controversy and concern, with her talent and legacy being questioned due to the ongoing negative publicity. On January 11, 2000, Whitney Houston faced an unsettling incident at Keauhou Kona International Airport in Hawaii. While traveling with her then-husband, Bobby Brown, airport security guards discovered half an ounce of marijuana in Houston's handbag. Despite this discovery, Houston left the airport before authorities could arrive to address the situation. This incident attracted a lot of media attention and added to ongoing rumors about drug use involving Houston and Brown. Even though the charges were eventually dismissed, they tarnished Houston's reputation in the public eye, making people more curious and worried about her personal life and drug habits. The fallout didn't stop with legal issues. Just 2 months later, Clive Davis, a powerful figure in the music industry who had been crucial to Houston's career, was honored at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Houston was supposed to perform at this prestigious event, highlighting her importance in music and her strong professional bond with Davis. However, she didn't show up, which raised more rumors and worry about her health. Missing such an important event suggested her issues were affecting her work and public life. Soon after, Houston was set to perform at the Academy Awards, highlighting her status as a major music star. But the performance was suddenly canceled amid controversy. Her publicist cited throat problems as a reasonable excuse for a singer. Yet, this only partly covered up a deeper, more concerning situation happening privately. According to Steve Pond's book, The Big Show, High Times and Dirty Dealings backstage at the Academy Awards, Houston's condition during rehearsals raised serious worries. Pond described her voice as unstable and noted she seemed distracted and nervous. Her behavior didn't match the professionalism expected for such a big event. Instead, she acted casually and somewhat defiant, which concerned those responsible for the performance's success. The situation became more complicated when Houston decided to sing a different song than planned. Originally set to perform Over the Rainbow, her choice during rehearsals heightened organizers' concerns. Burt Bacharach, the musical director of the Academy Awards and a longtime friend of Houston, ultimately made the difficult decision to remove her from the lineup. This decision was not taken lightly, given their personal and professional history. Bacharach's choice showed the gravity of the situation and the potential risk to the event's quality and reputation. In May 2000, Whitney Houston's close friend, Robin Crawford, resigned from her management company. Crawford later revealed in 2019 that she left because Houston refused help for her drug dependency. A July 1999 intervention by Cissy Houston and others failed to persuade Whitney to seek treatment. In August 2001, Whitney Houston made headlines by signing what would become one of the most lucrative record deals in the history of music. The deal, with Arista BMG, was valued at an astonishing $100 million. This agreement not only secured her financial future, but also set expectations for the release of 6 new albums under the label, each promising to showcase her unparalleled vocal talent and enduring appeal to fans worldwide. However, amid the excitement of signing this huge deal, people started talking more about Houston's personal life. Her appearance at the Michael Jackson 30th anniversary special was especially noticed and caused concern. Reports and rumors about her looking very thin led to speculation that she might be using drugs, which had been a problem for her before. To address these concerns, Houston's spokesperson explained that her weight loss was due to stress from family issues. This explanation tried to show that her emotional struggles affected her eating and overall health. It aimed to change the focus from damaging rumors to understanding the pressures she was under. In September 2009, Houston broke her 7-year silence with Oprah Winfrey, marking it as the most anticipated music interview of the decade. She revealed using drugs with Brown during their marriage, citing marijuana laced with rock cocaine. Before The Bodyguard, her drug use was minimal, but post-success and her daughter's birth, it intensified to daily by 1996, causing personal turmoil. She admitted to attending rehab and her mother's efforts to intervene. Houston disclosed emotional abuse by Brown, affirming struggles with drug cravings despite efforts to remain clean. In May 2011, Houston entered rehab for drug and alcohol issues as part of her ongoing recovery. Before her death on February 11, 2012, she appeared disheveled. That day, she attended rehearsals with Brandy and Monica at Clive Davis's pre-Grammy party. Later, she performed Jesus Loves Me with Kelly Price in Hollywood, her final public appearance. Found unconscious in her Beverly Hilton hotel room 2 days later, she was pronounced dead from drowning and heart disease, worsened by cocaine use, ruled accidental by the coroner. In a surprising turn of events, rumors have surfaced, suggesting that legendary singer Whitney Houston's real mother is not Cissy Houston, but rather actress Teresa Graves. This sensational claim has sparked a wave of curiosity and speculation among fans and media outlets alike. Whitney Houston's real mother.
At the 1989 Soul Train Music Awards, when Houston's name was called for a nomination, a few in the audience jeered.
Teresa Graves, best known for her role in the 1970s television series Get Christy Love, was a prominent figure in Hollywood during her time. Despite her fame, Graves led a relatively private life after leaving the entertainment industry, which has fueled the intrigue surrounding these rumors. Graves was born on January 10, 1948, in Houston, Texas, the middle of 3 children to Marshall and Willie Graves. Her childhood in Houston was shaped by the cultural and social dynamics of the time. Growing up in the 1950s and 1960s, Graves witnessed significant social changes, including the civil rights movement, which may have influenced her perspectives and aspirations. Her family later relocated to Los Angeles, California, a move that opened up new opportunities for Graves in the booming entertainment industry of the West Coast. Los Angeles, known for its vibrant music and film scenes, would have provided an inspiring environment for a young, talented individual. The city's diverse cultural landscape and its status as a hub for creative professionals likely played a role in nurturing her artistic talents. Graves graduated from Washington High School in 1966. During her time there, she was recognized by her peers for her exceptional abilities, being voted most talented by her senior class. This accolade not only highlighted her peers' recognition of her skills, but also foreshadowed her future success in the entertainment industry. After high school, Graves embarked on the early stages of her career as a singer with the Doodletown Pipers. The Doodletown Pipers were a popular singing group known for their lively performances and harmonized renditions of contemporary hits. Being part of this group provided Graves with valuable experience and exposure, allowing her to develop her craft and gain confidence as a performer. The Doodletown Pipers' popularity during the 1960s meant that Graves was performing at a high level from an early age, honing her stage presence and vocal skills. In 1970, Graves recorded a self-titled album, marking a significant milestone in her career. The release of this album showcased her versatility and talent as a solo artist, distinguishing her from her earlier group performances. Graves later transitioned to acting. Her talent and charisma quickly led her to prominent roles in television variety shows. In 1967, she became a regular on Our Place, a variety show that featured a mix of comedy sketches, musical performances, and guest appearances. The show, although short-lived, provided Graves with a platform to showcase her versatility and comedic timing, traits that would become hallmarks of her career. In 1969, Graves was cast in Turn On, an innovative and controversial variety show. The show was infamous for its experimental format and edgy humor. However, it became one of the most notorious flops in television history, being canceled after just one episode due to its polarizing content. Despite the show's quick demise, Graves' involvement in Turn On highlighted her willingness to take risks and be part of groundbreaking, albeit controversial projects. In the same year, Judy Graves joined the legendary comedian Bob Hope on his USO tour in Southeast Asia. These tours were aimed at entertaining American troops stationed overseas, providing them with a sense of comfort and connection to home. Graves' participation in this tour not only showcased her talent to a broader audience, but also demonstrated her commitment to supporting the morale of American soldiers during a turbulent time marked by the Vietnam War. Graves' career continued to ascend as she became a regular on the third season of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. This popular sketch comedy show was known for its rapid-fire humor, satirical edge, and an array of recurring characters. Laugh-In was a cultural phenomenon in the late 1960s and early 1970s, influencing the comedy landscape with its innovative style. Graves' presence on the show during its third season not only amplified her visibility, but also allowed her to hone her comedic skills alongside a talented ensemble cast. In addition to her television work, Graves also made notable appearances in films. One of her significant roles was in the 1973 action film That Man Bolt. She portrayed Samantha Nightingale, a character who meets a tragic end. In the film, Samantha is romantically involved with the protagonist, Jefferson Bolt, played by Fred Williamson. During an intimate scene, her character died while in bed with Bolt, adding a dramatic and emotional layer to the film's narrative. This role highlighted Graves' ability to take on diverse and challenging characters, contributing to the film's tension and emotional depth. Get Christy Love was a groundbreaking television movie and subsequent series that aired in 1974 on ABC. It starred Teresa Graves in the titular role, making her the second African-American woman to headline an hour-long television series, following Deahan Carroll's pioneering role in Julia, which debuted in 1968. The series was notable not only for its engaging crime drama, but also for its cultural impact, particularly in the context of representation and diversity on television. In 1983, Teresa Graves retired from show business to dedicate herself to her faith. Her decision to step away from the limelight was respected and admired by many. Graves' legacy in the television industry remains significant, as she broke barriers and set new standards for African American women in leading roles. The rumor alleges that Teresa Graves had a secret relationship with John Russell Houston Jr., Whitney's father, while Cissy Houston was on tour. According to this narrative, Graves, only 16 at the time, gave birth to Whitney and left the newborn at John Houston's doorstep, choosing to continue her pursuit of a career in show business. This story, while captivating, lacks concrete evidence and seems more like speculative gossip than fact. Now, the origins of this rumor are unclear, but they have gained traction due to several factors. First, the physical resemblance between Whitney Houston and Teresa Graves has been noted by some observers. Both women share similar facial features, such as high cheekbones, wide smiles, and expressive eyes. Additionally, their mannerisms, way of carrying themselves, and even their speaking voices are said to be strikingly alike. This resemblance has fueled speculation and added a layer of mystery to their perceived connection. One of the more intriguing aspects of this rumor is the comparison of their singing and performance styles. Teresa Graves, while not as globally renowned as Whitney Houston, had a respectable singing career, noted for her soulful and powerful voice. Those who entertain this theory suggest that their vocal qualities bear a resemblance, adding credence to the possibility of a biological link. However, vocal similarities can often be subjective and influenced by a myriad of factors, including training, genre, and personal style. For this rumor to hold, certain timelines must align. Whitney Houston was born in 1963, which would have made Teresa Graves about 15 or 16 years old at the time of her birth, assuming the rumor's accuracy. Graves's career began to take off in the late 1960s and early 1970s, during which she would have been navigating the responsibilities of young adulthood in her growing career. If she had truly had a child at such a young age, it would have significantly impacted her early career path. Yet there are no records or credible sources to suggest that Graves had a child during this period. The timeline of Graves's career and personal life has been scrutinized in an attempt to find connections that might support this theory. However, there is no substantial evidence to validate these claims. Whitney Houston's lineage has been well documented, with her mother, Cissy Houston, being a well-known gospel and soul singer. Cissy Houston's influence on Whitney's life and career is widely recognized, making the rumor of Teresa Graves being her mother highly improbable. The entertainment world is no stranger to wild speculations and conspiracy theories, and this latest rumor about Whitney Houston is proof of that. As the rumor continues to circulate, it raises questions about the nature of celebrity culture and the fascination with uncovering hidden truths about famous figures. Why do such speculations arise? And what does it say about our collective interest in the personal lives of celebrities? While the idea of Teresa Graves being Whitney Houston's mother might capture the imagination, it remains firmly in the realm of rumor without concrete proof. For now, the legacy of Whitney Houston remains tied to the well-documented and influential role of her actual mother, Cissy Houston, whose impact on Whitney's life and career is both profound and undeniable. Despite her tragic and untimely death in 2012, Whitney Houston's legacy continues to resonate. Her music remains a staple on radio stations and streaming platforms, and her influence can be seen in the vocal styles of many contemporary artists. Posthumous releases and biographical projects, such as the 2018 documentary Whitney and the 2021 biopic I Wanna Dance with Somebody, ensure that her story and contributions to music and culture are remembered and celebrated. What do you think about Teresa Graves as Whitney Houston's mom? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Did you like this video? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more entertaining videos. And do not forget to explore our other videos for more interesting stories and insights.